What's up, guys? This is a quick video on the TiVo Minis. I don't see many idiot-proof guides out there, so I hope this is helpful. It's a bit of a long video, but just want to make sure you guys are covered. Cable companies won't really help you. If it was helpful, like the video, subscribe. It helps me a ton. It's not sponsored. I just really like TiVos. So real quick, going to go over TiVos and why the Minis are a great investment. But if you want to jump to the install, I'll put the timestamp, right here. And definitely hook it up before activating it. It just streamlines if you ever have to call customer support. But yeah, so the TiVo is a DVR that you buy, you don't rent. And that's important because the box fees are kind of a little bit outrageous right now. $12 a month for the Verizon box, an additional $20 a month for the DVR fee. So TiVo does have its own fees, but it is cost effective. Yes, you buy the boxes up front, but that's something that you own. You don't rent it. So how does it work? You got the main TiVo box that has everything, the hard drive, TV tuners, processor. Just like Verizon and Xfinity, the TiVo Minis are dumb clients. They don't do anything. They don't have anything. They're very tiny. They just grab the video signal from the main box and handle the remote control stuff, and then that's it. So yeah, after buying the box, you just need to rent a cable card from the company. It's going to look like a large memory card-like device that gets your channels. It's important because your entire neighborhood gets all the channels, but this card decrypts the channels that you subscribe to. It's usually $5 a month, not a big deal. And not every provider uses cable cards, so make sure you check with them before buying. Or you can use an antenna. Just make sure you buy the right TiVo main box because it's not universal. The only TiVo fee you have to worry about is $15 a month for cable and $6 a month if you have an antenna. They have an annual plan too, but that covers the TiVo main box and all the minis connected to it. And if you really wanted to, you can buy the lifetime plan. Kind of pays for itself in about like 4 years. So, but it is not transferable between main TiVo boxes. So if you purchased in the past, you cannot bring it to a newer box. And like I showed in another video, I mean, you kind of do need a subscription to make it usable. It still could kind of work, but you cannot use the minis without that TiVo subscription. And one final thing to note is the tuners. So you can have up to 10 TiVo minis per main TiVo box, but the TiVo boxes only come with 4 or 6 tuners depending on what you get. So if you're watching in more than 6 TVs at once and or recording, you just got to be aware of that thing. You're going to have to get another TiVo box if you have, more people watching or you want to record more things at once. And it doesn't matter what main TiVo box you get, the TiVo minis will work with it. But if you want to watch live 4K content, depending on who you have as a provider, the main box must be a Bolt or an Edge, and the minis can be the Lux or Vox. But at the end of the day, it pays for itself in, a few years, and, just depends. TiVo does have a lot of deals too on Black Friday, so you can also go on eBay for the mini boxes. But I would just avoid the older trapezoid boxes. They are really, really slow and just not worth it. You cannot use the TiVo Mini streams as a substitute. I know they're cheaper, but I get it. All this can be expensive, but it helps keeps their business afloat when people are kind of canceling cable as it is. So it is what it is. And maybe you don't want to spend all the money, but if you have Spectrum like my in-laws, they have crap boxes, no home DVR, very slow, no voice search. So this was a need. Other cable companies do provide TiVos as well, but you have to rent them sometimes, like through RCN. So I think RCN might let you buy a TiVo from retail, the TiVo Mini from retail, but don't quote me on that. Check with them. Honestly, if you just want to save the most money, go to TiVo.com, just purchase all of your TiVo boxes and just, yeah. All right, install time. So if you have Ethernet cable in every room of the home, use that. We're good to go. If your home came with Ethernet jacks in every room, but you don't know how to set it up, go ahead and call a home theater company, someone local, AV Tech. They'll be able to help you out in that regard. Now, if you aren't that lucky to have that luxury, we're going to use the coax TV jacks in your home. Not a big deal, just a few extra steps. First step, you're going to want to buy a Mocha filter from Amazon. When you have this, go to the outside of the home where the cable TV comes in from the street, and you're going to install this. So unhook, you maybe get like a wrench to loosen up the cable. You'll see it's kind of all by itself, or if it's one of those 4-way or 5-way splitters, it'll just kind of be in the middle right there. But it might even say on the splitter too. Just use your eyes, and then you're going to first screw in the Mocha filter when it's disconnected, and tighten it with a wrench, and then you're going to hook up the cable jack to the outside. What this is going to do, so this thing called Mocha Network, what this does is basically send internet signals throughout the coax TV jacks throughout the home for your TiVo boxes to communicate with each other and with the internet. This filter prevents that internet signal going to the rest of your neighborhood, someone else prying on your internet. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have this. Before we go any further, check all the splitters that you have on hand. It has to support 1500 megahertz or higher, like 2 gigahertz. Otherwise, Mocha will not work. So this is a splitter that Spectrum gave us, and yeah, it wasn't compatible. So yeah, quick run to Best Buy, we were off to the races. So now, if your main TiVo is on Wi-Fi, we've got a problem because we're not going to use Wi-Fi. We have two options. Number one, we're going to connect the main TiVo box directly to the router. So if the router is by a TV we're going to use for TiVos, we're good. Just make sure the TiVo main box is next to that router. It doesn't really matter what box is what. They all kind of operate the same. So this is how we're going to set up the TiVo. If your cable company gave you a TV tuning adapter, usually for like certain channels like HBO, you're going to get a 3-way splitter. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Coax from the wall goes to the in, and then the out, one of it's going to the TV tuning adapter from coax in, then a USB cable from that to the main TiVo box. The second coax is going to go into your modem or router or whatever you have. And then the third one is going to go into the TiVo box. And then you're going to run an Ethernet cable from the TiVo box to the modem router combo. Now check if your router or modem has built-in Mocha. I know the Xfinity boxes, routers have that built in, but just see if that is the case. If not, we're going to have to basically enable the TiVo as a Mocha bridge. You go into settings and then you just flip a switch, and that's what's going to give us the Mocha signals throughout the home. So the second option, if there's no TV right next to the router, we're going to need to guide a Mocha adapter. But real quick, if your router, modem, whatever, has built-in Mocha, again, from like Xfinity, then you can really skip this step. Just make sure it's enabled. If not, we're going to need to buy the Mocha adapter from Amazon or Best Buy and hook it up like so. Get a 2-way splitter, one going to the modem, router, whatever, and the second one going to the Mocha adapter. And get an Ethernet cable going from the Mocha to the router. Then go to settings on the main TiVo box and make sure it's getting internet. So when you go to Mocha, set that as a client and do a quick TiVo connection. And if we're good to go, then we're set. We can proceed. Now, they do sell Wi-Fi adapters for the TiVo Minis, but I really don't recommend it. We don't want to worry about choppy TV picture. And then that's it. Plug the coax TV jack into the Minis, go to the setup wizard, and we're good to go. If you get this screen, we will now activate it. Just go to TiVo's site, sign into the same account they used to set up the main TiVo box. Type in a service number found below the TiVo Mini, and you're good to go. If you get an error message, just go to your devices and the account page and see if your TiVo Mini is listed. And if it is not, you're going to call customer support. This is annoying to us because my in-laws bought this off of TiVo.com as, guest checkout. And usually when you buy TiVos from their site, TiVo.com, it pre-registers it, but it's a guest account. So it was registered to nothing. So of course we have to call customer support. And also pain in the ass, there's no support on the weekends. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And you're all set. I hope this video helps someone. TiVos are awesome, but they don't really do a good job at explaining this process. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop it in the comment below. Love to help people out.